Okay, great. Okay. So, yeah, this is a very interesting topic for every software developer. Okay. Okay, I haven't finalized a term for you guys. Okay. Now I will I'm designating you guys as software developers, right? You guys can be act as a consultant, but all of you guys are IT professionals. Okay. I'll keep it that way. So version control is very crucial when you are working on any software product, any software application, any software tool, system, whatever you name it. Version control is very, very, very crucial. Okay. So, like, if you guys know anything about version control, please let me know. Like, share what you know about version control. I'll go to Abdullah SM. I know he has worked on some projects. Abdullah, have you used version control earlier?
Yeah, yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, Abdullah.
Yes, sir. I use in Git and GitHub.
Have used Git and GitHub. Fantastic. Uh,
Yes, sir.
what is your view on version control? What do you think version control is?
Uh, we clone the existing code and working on it.
Okay, fantastic. You clone the existing code and
Sir,
working on it. Yes.
sir, version control. I think version control is tracking a code changes. I'm right.
Correct. This is for tracking the code changes. Yes. I'm sorry, oh, who was that? Said,
Sir, Faiz Ahmad, sir.
okay, Faiz Ahmed. Okay, thanks, Faiz. Yeah, it is for tracking the, code. Okay. So I just want to make sure, we understand the basics, the fundamentals of why, and then, it's easy for you guys to remember why am I using, version control? Why on the world I have to do a git pull, git push, everything. Okay. So I'll just got some definitions of source code. Okay, so you all are going to write programs. Today I have scheduled the session. So every one of you guys are going to write programs, right? And program, you guys know, you guys have written programs in your college times, or like as part of the interview process, you guys have written programs. Like as you're new to the job, you started writing some programs or weaving some programs. Okay, so source code is a program. Okay, it is a set of instructions written in a programming language. Okay, the language can be anything: Python, JavaScript, Apex. Okay, doesn't matter. And the programs source code is the version of the programs. Whatever that programs that we are writing, we call source code. That is a version of the program. Today, let's say I write a program to print hello world. Okay, that is a that is a source code. A JavaScript file just printing hello world is one set of program, and a given point of time working programs are called source code. Okay. I'll just show one quick example here. w3schools.com. I'll give learn HTML. Try it yourself. Okay, so this is a very simple HTML page, correct? Now this page is this is a heading, this is a paragraph. So this is a source code for my page. Okay, anything that you take, a set of programs, we call it as source code, right? And the problems that we have when we are working on source code, right? There are people working on teams. Okay, in our case, Abdullah would be working on one project, Taufik is working on the same project, and Farhan and Dinesh are working on one project. So every developer worked as a team, or either they can work individually. Okay. The challenge that we get is we continuously write new source code. We continuously write programs. Okay. I have this page title. This is a heading. This is a paragraph. This is a heading created by Riaz. This is a paragraph to talk about source code management. Okay. Now I made modification to the code. Okay. Now I have two versions of source code. One source code, which is like, a minute ago before my change. Now this is a new source code after a change. Okay. So source code is a set of programs at a given point of time. Basically, it is working software. It cannot be working software as well to fix the bugs. Okay. So one developer or multiple developers keep changing the source code. Okay. That is a challenge. It's a problem. Okay. So when two people are working, okay, they make unrelated changes. Okay. And you guys would have seen this Tom and Jerry, like, I kept the item in one place, someone else might like, change it, overwrite it. If I have this HTML file, okay, while I am working, this is created by Riaz, Taufik would come and say, this is created by Taufik. Okay. So here, one program you created by modified by two developers, like, the code get overwritten. Does this challenge make sense? So we keep writing code and like, sometimes we work on same file or same code. At that time, we overwrite each other's changes. Okay. The biggest challenge is developers need to work independently to build or fix the programs. This challenge needs to be addressed. Okay. That's where the version control comes into picture. So we saw what are programs. We understand what is source code. Okay. And we understand what is the challenge that developers have. I want to make sure I track all the changes that I am making to work on a software. Okay. So version control, this is like source control, both are same. Version control is a practice of tracking, managing changes. I want to make sure whatever changes I am doing, it is trackable. Okay. Can you guys say the changes that I made in this file, is this trackable? I made a change. Now Al Tawfiq has made a change. I lost my change. There is no tracking because there is no version control that I have set up for this program. Now, can I go back to the earlier version of this code? Yes, no.
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
Okay. So this is why we need the tracking. We need to make sure whatever changes happened, we should be able to understand that. Without us understanding what change happened, it is really hard to like, work as a team. It is really hard to like, to develop better. Okay. We might try some for loop, right? And if the for loop was not working, we might just like, go back to if else statements. Like, or we might try some recursion functions. If that is not working, we go back to for loops. Okay. We could make use of some data structure changes, right? One software we can use stack. Like, if the stack is not efficient, like, we can change the data structure. So all of those changes needs to be tracked. Okay. So version control is practice of tracking and managing changes to the software project source code. I want you guys to remember this. Thanks, Faiz, for the right term. So version control, we track and manage the changes happen to our project source code. Okay. So ideally, every project which we create, every app or every component, right, is basically organized in a folder structure. Amjad, can you admit whoever is waiting on the call? Okay. So every project, every code is organized in a structure. I'll show one example, like, we'll take a Salesforce project. I'll show the example of like, how it is structured. Let me show that here. VS Code. Okay, this is a Salesforce folder structure. This is how a Salesforce project looks. Okay, I have a folder called Force App main default. Inside that, I have all these components. Today, we'll see how we create Apex classes and Lightning components. Okay, we talked about objects earlier. Okay, so under objects, we can see all the components of particular project. So every source code is structured in a folder structure. I want you guys to understand this. This is very critical. And Salesforce, as we have seen, it is a metadata driven framework. So what we mean by metadata driven framework, every code is represented as an XML file. Okay. So anything that we build, like say simple Apex class, will look like this. Let me show an example with objects, which you guys are familiar with, right? I'll quickly pull an object. Just doing a, you all have developer edition, right? I'm pulling the custom object contact from server to my local system. Okay. Once it is pulled, we'll see the file here. So in the contact object, we have all these fields in the system. So this is metadata for custom field. Okay. And this is metadata for the custom object. Whatever that we built in the UI is represented as a file. This is metadata. This explains what are the actions that I have, what are the layouts I have to use. Okay. What is the layout that I'm using? What is the compact layout assignment that is given? Okay. And it also okay, it just talks about action overrides, but this is the information, the metadata of the object. Okay. Similarly, we have seen list views, right? This is metadata of the list view. It just has full name, what is the scope, what is the label. So remember, every project, anything that you guys have built, like you have built a website, that is also organized as a structure. You built a AI application that also has a folder structure. Everything, every source code is organized as a structure. That does make sense? Folder structure. Okay. And versions and control software, it keeps track of every modification to the code in a special kind of database. So it tracks every change. I want you guys to remember this. It tracks every change. Okay. So source code, version control. Okay. Source code is the set of programs which produces our software app project, or like for our software project. Okay. Version control tracks and manages changes to our project. And this is source control management, source code management, basically. This is what I want, like we would be using. Okay. So source code management is a process tool which will help us track the changes, collaborate within the team to make the changes. And it also helps us organize all the structures, all the project folders, everything. Okay. I'll show real quick what we have as a structure in which we follow. Most of you guys have worked with GitHub, right? So GitHub, GitLab, okay, those are source control management tools. Okay, so in this we can organize all our projects, and each of the project will have a file system where our source software project source code is residing. Okay, and inside this it will help us coordinate, who is making what change. Okay. In this project, if I search, not advisory, I'll take, okay, I'll take Wilco source. So if I take this project, we have this is source control management. We organize all our projects, and each project where we have our source code, software project code, and here we have all the commits, whatever changes have made, who made that change, all the information history is tracked here. Every change made by every individual is tracked. Okay. So source control management means it is not just for tracking, it helps organize and collaborate on the source code. Version control is purely tracking. Source code management is tracking plus organizing and collaborating. Okay. Source code management consists of version control. It consists of repository management. It consists of workflows, code review, CI/CD, all this process. Okay. I want all of you guys to install Git Bash in your system. Okay, or install Git in your system. We'll keep it simple. All of you. When you go to your system, install Git. I want some volunteers to share the screen and show Git has been installed in their system. So in order to check whether Git is installed, run the command git space -v. If Git is installed, it will give you a version number. I'll stop sharing here. I want some volunteer to share how to install Git on their system. So that way it will make sense. Volunteers, or should I call name? Okay, I'll go with names. Sudalai. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Can you share your screen? I want to check whether Git is installed in your system. If so, then we can just run some Git commands.
Okay.
Thank you. Great. Okay. Can you open a command line? In your Windows, search for command line. Yep. Search for Git. In the search, you can search for Git directly. We don't have to go for command line. Search for Git. Whoever has Windows, please use the search to find whether Git is there in your system or not.
It is
Sorry, Surali. Not able to hear you. Okay, Git is not in your system. Okay, your screen is frozen and not able to see any change.
Shall I open the Git? Sorry, sir.
Your voice is breaking, not able to hear.
Hello? Sir, shall I open the Git?
Yeah, please, if you have Git open, but your kind of screen is frozen for me. For others, are you guys able to see the screens? Oh, Subhashan. Yeah, you can share your screen
yes,
as well. Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Surila, you can stop sharing since the screen is frozen.
Okay. So it's visible, sir?
1 second, it is loading. Okay, great. It is visible. Others able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I already installed the Git, sir.
Okay, you have already installed Git. Can you
Yeah.
put this link in the chat so that others can download and install? Okay, I'll give it a I'll give few minutes so you guys can install Git. Okay, so Sudarshan has which version, Sudarshan, you have in your system?
I'm Subhashan.
No, Subhashan, sorry, Subhashan. My mistake. So Git version is 2.46.2. Okay,
Okay.
thanks, Subhashan. Thanks for sharing the link. Okay. Yeah, let me check with others. Otherwise, we'll come back to your system for running the Git commands. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Sudarshan.
Okay.
And Chitarshan, if you're in office, just make sure whoever in office is able to install Git.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank Can I
Dinesh,
stop the screen?
you can stop sharing. Thanks.
Yeah.
Dinesh, are you able to
Yes, sir. I installed,
check?
sir. Now only I installed.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dinesh. Yeah, Abdullah, I hope you have Git installed in your system. Abdullah SM.
Yes, sir. I already installed it.
Fantastic. Satish,
Yes, sir.
Git installed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I installed.
Fantastic. Thanks, Satish. I know CTS Tech, whoever have CTS Tech system, they by default would have the Git installed in your system. If not, you can follow the link shared by Subhashan and you can install in CTS Tech. It doesn't require administration access.
Yes, we just did that.
Sorry, Sanjana?
Yes, we just did it. Like we don't have it.
Oh, you don't have it. Okay. So
Mm.
installed. Fantastic. Let me know once you guys all installed. Raja Swaraj, you have it in your system, Git?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Okay. Abdullah VS installed Git.
Yes, sir. I did it.
Fantastic. Good. Faiz, I assume you have done.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ashim, Salesh. Salesh and all would be having Git already.
Yes, sir. Git is.
Okay. Kishore, installed Git.
Sir, this installation.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. Vignesh is working with Git, so he likes Git already. Khalil Farhan, Git installed?
Sir, I'm installing right now.
Okay,
Yes, sir. I am installed.
good. Hey Bala, good morning. Bala, not able to hear you. Okay, Azim, Sulaiman, you guys install Git. Komati.
Installing right now, sir.
Okay, thank you. Ruben, Git installed?
I already have in my systems.
Oh, very nice. Prepared. Ashim, Ashwin.
Installing right now, sir.
Sir, installing.
Cool. Azim, I didn't hear anything from you. Azim?
Sir, my microphone is not working, sir.
Oh, okay. No problem. So you installed or installing?
I already installed it, sir.
Nice. Okay.
Hello?
Good.
So can you hear me?
I can hear.
Sir, I'm installing, sir. This is Samuel.
Okay, Samuel, please install. Okay. Bala, like, can you forward to the Coursera Tech team and ask them to join? Khalil, is Git installed in your system?
Yes, sir. I installed.
Okay, good. So yeah, any volunteers to share your screen and like, do some Git commands? No volunteers. That's bad.
Sir, my laptop is very slow, so it's hard to share the screen. Really hard.
Okay, Samuel, no problem. Other volunteers, I'm sure like Ruben has a faster system. Ruben, Azim, Taufik.
Sir?
Yep. Can you share your screen and run some Git commands for the team?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. Now I'm going to let everyone run Git commands. So all of you are going to run the command, but Rupan is going to share the screen and he would like, just show us what commands that he is running for the discussion. Okay. All of you guys, I want you to run the Git commands in your system. Anyone who has not completed Git installation, like, you can do it like, with the help of others. You can contact Subhashan. I'm sure like, he would help you guys with the Git installation in your system. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Ruben, for sharing. Okay. Ruben, can you open any of your project folders or like, let's create a folder in your local system. Okay, that's cool. Is a tab. It will pre-fill the folder names. Okay, fine. So now Ruben is in a folder. Okay, Ruben, can you create a simple HTML file in this folder? Wow. I don't know that trick, Ruben. That is nice. Okay. Good. Now he has created a simple HTML file. Okay. Ruben, can you put some, tags inside the body? Yeah. Thank you so much. So now he has created a folder. Okay. And inside the folder structure, he has a simple HTML file. Okay. Now this is our source code. You guys all agree? Ruben, can you go back to the command line and show what the structure looks like? Just ls or dir in the command. In the command line, just give a dir. Yeah. I want to list the files. So if we do a dir, it will just show what are the files in the folder. Okay, great. So if you guys can see, it is a folder. Inside that folder, we have only one file. Okay, now that's called index.html. Okay, and this file size is 249. Okay, and as we make changes to the file, the size will vary, but it will not track who made the change when the change was made. Okay, to start using Git. Okay, Git is a distributed version control system. Okay, if I want to track this folder, we have to first set up Git in this folder. Okay, to do that, Ruben, can you run git space init command? Init. So a git repository is initiated in this folder. Can you do dir now? Okay. An hidden folder is created .git. Okay. Ruben, if you notice earlier, okay, can you do a dir with hidden files? Like I think dir, that is a command. I don't know the hidden file command. 1 second. Let me Google here to show files. dir/a:/h, or open this file, dir space. Yeah, /a:/h. Fantastic. Yeah, as you guys can see, there is a .git directory and a hidden directory created with this folder. So we added git version control to this project. A simple git init will create a version control folder. This is the repository now. Okay. You guys understood how we added version control to the project? Any folder, wherever you see .git, that means that folder is version controlled using Git. Can you guys create a folder in your local system? Okay, for take your college project. Okay, open the project folder and do a git init. That will initialize Git in your folder, in your source code. If all of you guys clear with the first command, we will go and run second command. Thanks, Ruben. That's quick, faster.
Okay, sir.
You can stop sharing. I will go for another volunteer to run second command so that I make sure all of you guys run command. Okay, thanks. Another volunteers, Taufik, Farhan. Dinesh. See, we all are learning, so there is no need to worry about sharing your screen. If your system is slow, yeah, let me know so that we don't have to do that sharing. Any other volunteers for second command? Okay, Farhan, is it possible to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Farhan. Yeah, let me quickly share my screen. I'll give the theory and then we'll see the practical. So we just saw a Git repository. Okay, so we created a repository. Okay, a repository or a Git project, and it can encompass entire collection of files and folders associated with the project. Okay, so basically we created the version control in the project folder. So that's called a repository. In Git, we have to understand three terms: repository, commits, branching. These are like core of Git. Once you understand this, you can use any tool to do your development. Like you can use Git desktop, Git bash, whatever you call it, you can use it. But you need to understand what repository is, what commit is, what branching means. Okay, so Ruben, he created a repository. If you want to create a repository, go to a folder, do git init, your repository is ready. Okay, in the repository, sorry, Bala. Bala, sorry, I'm not able to hear you well. Which one you want? Okay. You want me to forward this meeting invite or? Bala Kekla, I'm not able to hear. Okay, fine. So this repository you guys can create using git init, and every project, every folder that has the .git folder means it is version controlled. Okay, and you can track all the versions of the files. All clear with repository? What repository is? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Farhan, I'll pass the control to you. Can you create, can you share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so you ran the git init. Okay, you created in Paru folder, like, in this, if you do it in this folder, like if you do a dir now, you'll have so many files in this, like your desktop, downloads, everything. Just do a dir in this. See, there is no harm in doing git here, but like it is unnecessary. Okay, so
Okay.
go to your Python folder, or go to any of your project folder. Like, where do you store your programs?
In my D drive, sir. Just a second.
In your D drive, right? Okay, let's go there. Go to any particular project. Fantastic. Let's go to front end. Okay, JS practice. Any one project. Okay, let's go to Python. That's okay. We'll go to the Python folder.
No, those are just practice projects. Sir.
Okay, fine. You can choose one project, anything of your choice.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
choose this one.
Fantastic. Like right click, open in command prompt. So it's easy to run the git command. Okay, open in terminal. Yes. It's opened. Fantastic. Do a git init here. Okay, now you have created the git init. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we talked about git commit, right? So basically any change that we do, okay, are tracked as commits. Okay, so a commit is very crucial. Anything that you do, you track it as a commit. So Farhan, can you go to the demo, a file inside the demo folder, and make some changes? You can open in a VS Code, so it's easier for editing, or any other source code. Open the demo folder. Yeah, thanks to Ruben, the code space dot opened this. Okay, fantastic. So now you have these many files inside this. Okay, you also have a version control. If you do the third icon below the Explorer on the left, that is, you see 33 changes, right? On the left in the VS Code, top left, you see 33? Yes. So basically we did the git init and system has tracked 33 changes. Okay. So if you go to the top of this, or if you go back to the terminal, you can run a git status command to understand what are all the changes available. In the terminal, you can do git status. Git status. Q. Okay, so here we have these many files are is there as untracked. Okay, if you want to track it, we have to commit this. change to the version control. Okay. Can you can you run the git commit command, git space commit, and for the commit command, we have to pass some message. Okay. Can you give space -m? So this is a message that we are giving. We are giving a meaning to hyphen. We are giving a meaning to the commit that we are making in the repository. Space. Okay. So before commit, we need to add, because this is all untracked. Can you just clear the command? Do git add space dot. Now what we are doing is we are adding all the files in the folder to the version control. Enter. Okay, now the folders files are added. Do a git status now. You will see the difference. Earlier it was untracked file. Now all these files are added for tracking. You guys understand the difference? When we do an initial repository, then we have to add the files, what and all we wanted to track. And you can use git status to understand what file in what status. Is it all clear? It would be in green color. If there is some error problem, it would be in red color if it is not included. Okay. Now do a git commit, Farhan. Git space commit space -m space double quotes, give a message. So this is your first commit, right? In double quotes, do first commit. Anything is okay. Just a description. This has no meaning. Enter. Good. So now you have did a commit, and these are all the files that were added to your version control for tracking. Okay. Now commit, it creates a snapshot, okay, of your file. So this is your version 1 of the file. Okay, you have bootstrap x.html, a sample file, bootstrap api.html. All of these files, we created a version. Cool. Thanks, Farhan. Now let's go back to someone else to follow other commands. Any questions on git commit? Commits are, it's very important. You created a snapshot of the file. You created a version of the file in the system now, in the version control. We saw git init, we saw git add, git status, and git commit. Volunteers for next command. Yeah, before you guys choose who is going to share screen, I will quickly share my screen, explain what git commit does. Okay, so basically every file, okay, has a hash. Okay, and whenever we do commit, it creates a new version of that file. Okay, it creates a snapshot of that file and uses that as the reference. Okay, when you do another commit, it basically, if you see 98CA9 is used as a parent here. So first time when you commit, there is no parent, but when you do a commit to a particular file or a folder, it creates for each file, it makes a reference to the parent and it creates a new file snapshot. And further, every time you do a create, it refers to the parent and it creates a new file, and it also tracks who made the change. What was the change? When they made the change, everything. Okay, so commits, they are the lifeline of Git or version control. Okay, I'll stop sharing here. Volunteers to do Git branch. Branch. Syed Rabiq. Abdullah VS. Rabik, yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you do, have you done these comments, whatever Farhan has done in your system? Can you just?
Very slow.
Very slow.
So
Okay. Okay. Fine then. Catch up with you later.
Sir, I can.
Yes, Abdullah. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Share.
Okay. All of you guys, please run these commands in your selected folders. Okay. Git init, git add, git status, git commit. Cool. So he has run in Java folder. It is all clear. Okay. Great. Do you have you installed VS Code in your system, Abdullah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to try Ruben's command. Code space dot. Can you do code space dot? Enter. Nothing happened. Ruben, why nothing happened? Sorry?
Sir, my command prompt screen only share. No.
Okay. Okay.
Screenshot. Screen. Okay, sir.
Okay, nice. Okay, so now you have added all of this. Okay. Now let's say we'll create a branch here. Okay. I don't want, if you go here, do a git branch in your terminal. Just do git branch command in your terminal. Enter. Okay, you are in master branch. Okay, when you do git init, system creates a default branch and stores everything in the master. Okay, I want to keep master as a reference for me. I want to have my own file system to work. Okay, here we can create a new branch and we can test things. Okay, develop it. I don't want to impact my source code. Okay, what we have to do is we have to create a new branch and start working or making changes in our project. Okay, there are two ways we can create a branch. Okay, you can do git checkout or you can do git branch to add a new branch. Okay, let me share the command. Okay, I don't recollect every git command. Okay, Abdullah, can you just do Google git branch command?
Sir, git branch and branch name, sir.
Git branch, yeah. Command. Just enter. So, fantastic. The second one, you can choose the second one. Git SCM. Now below. Scroll down. Yeah. Use the Git SCM documentation. So you can do git branch space and give a branch name. That's all. That's good. Yeah. Can you give git branch space a branch name? Well, let's call the branch as 14th October or 14 OCT. 14.
14 OTC.
14 OCT. 14th October. You're just creating a simple branch. Enter. Now do a git branch again. Git space branch and enter. Now we should have two branches. Okay. Now, as you guys can see, we created a branch called 14 October. Okay. Now, if all clear, there are two branches, but still our repository version control refers to master branch. Okay. In order to refer to 14th October branch, we have to do a checkout. Can you do a checkout git space checkout? I think it is 14th OCT. Yeah, give 14th OCT. I think we have to give one more property. Okay, it switched. Fantastic. Now do a git branch. So as you guys can see, now the file system, now the version control is referring to the 14th October branch. Okay, it is no longer referring to master branch. Abdullah, can you make some changes in your file? Any file in the VS
Okay, sir.
Code? Add some description, that's okay. Very nice. Yep, save it. So as you can save, now you go back to the terminal, do a git status. Oh yeah, this is also fine. In VS Code also, you can work on the gits, that's fine. Do a git status. Now it is tracking one file change. There is a modification happened. Okay, now you can do git commit so that this change can be committed. Git commit hyphen. No, actually git commit -a adds the file and then does a commit. It does two things. Okay, space -m, you have to give a message. Space.
Space.
Now -a is okay. Do -a. That will add the file first and then it does a commit. -m and give some just space, double quotes. You can give some commit. Testing. Good. Second commit. Fantastic. Enter. Good. So now you created one commit in the branch 14th October. Okay. Can you switch the branch to master? Git checkout master. Before you switch, okay, you switched. Can you go back to VS Code now? Go back to VS Code. Ideally, your change, what you have done in the file should have been gone. Because in master,
Yes, sir.
the change is not there. If you do a checkout for 14th October, your change will reflect here.
Okay.
Go do a change in the terminal. So as part of the branch, we created a separate, folders, within the repository. Okay, and we are tracking our changes. So this doesn't impact my master branch. If there are 100 developers, they can create 100 branches and they can work. Nobody would be impacted. And my master branch is source of truth. It can remain intact. Does this make sense? Why version control is
Yes, sir.
important, and you guys can play around with Git as you get experience. Thanks, Abdullah. So we did the branch.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and we did the commit. Thank you. I'll quickly share my screen. Okay. So what branching does is, okay, it helps you organize commits, number one, and it helps you create, your own, folder. Okay, where this folder can be later merged into the master. We'll see the merging, but I just want you guys to understand the branching. So you have one version, you can create another branch where two branches can coexist without impacting each other. And later point of time, we can just do a merge so that we'll have only one source of truth. Once all your changes are done, you are satisfied with the changes, QA signs off, business is okay, all are good, happy, then you add that to your original source code. Okay, so this is your version. So branching is to organize your own file system, your own repository, your own project code, and later the branch can be added to the master via merge request or merge. Can be merged. All of you guys clear with the branching? How to create a branch, how to make changes, how to not impact others? Satish? All good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good, sir.
Raja? Makes all sense? Now, you guys worked on REMS programs, right? You guys know how the branching, you guys created pull request, okay? Now, I hope all this makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now I need volunteers to do git merge and git log. I'll stop sharing here. Okay, Mahesh or Sanjana was there. Sanjana, can you guys share your screen and show or git merge?
Yes, we
Yes,
actually
ma'am.
don't have any folders in the system.
No problem. You can create a folder. That's what we are doing now. Okay, Mahesh. Okay, he's on mute. Raja Suraj, can you share your screen and show? Rajesh.
Sir, my laptop is hanging, so I did not write.
No
I will
problem,
try it
Rajesh.
after. Okay, sir.
Yeah, you should get your laptop. I will ask Tamim to courier it. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, sir.
Thanks, Rajesh. Raja? Not able to hear you, Raja.
My screen is full, sir.
Not yet. Okay. Any other volunteers? Abdullah Isam, Tawfiq. Tawfiq, I have not heard you.
Sir, I have also lagging problem in my system, sir.
Oh, okay, fine.
Sir, I will
Abdullah
do.
Isam.
Sir, I will do.
Thanks, Abdullah. Guys, Git is very important. Okay, if you claim to be a software professional, software developer particularly, Git is very important. Cool. So you created a branch. Thank you. You are able to switch between branches, right? Git checkout will help you change the branches, which branch you want to work. Okay. Now let's create a merge. Okay. Now in 14th October branch, let's say you made a change. Can you show us what change you did in 14th October branch? This is sample.
I pushed
okay.
that. Yes, sir.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Now, okay, let's do a merge. So now we are going to merge two branches. Okay, 14th October branch, we will merge that into master. Like our testing is good. We validated everything. Everything is positive. Okay. Now we are merging so that we don't need two set of source code. We want only one source code. We will do the merge. Okay. So again, I don't know the git merge command. I use tools. Git merge command. Okay. So do a git space merge. Okay, and then you have to be in master to do the merge from different branch. So go to do git checkout first, git checkout space master. Now we are what we are doing is we are merging from 14th October. Do a git status, git branch. We want to bring the change from 14th October to master. Do enter. So now we are in master. We want to bring the change from 14th October to master. So do git merge space 14th October. Okay, enter. So now what happened? The changes that you made has been merged into master. If you go to the VS Code, you would be able to see that change. Earlier, without merging, when we do the checkout, the change was not visible. Okay, now the change is visible in the master branch. The second commit is visible there, right?
Yes, sir.
This is sample. Okay. Now what we did, we merged the branch 14th October into master. Now we have only one, source of truth, master. Do a git branch. We remove the branch which we don't need anymore. Git branch. Now it has two branches. 14th October and enter. No, just git branch and enter. Do git branch, just and enter. We have two branches. Let's delete the 14th because now 14th October branch, the changes are merged with master. We don't need 14th October anymore. Okay, we can delete that branch so that it won't create any other confusion. Okay, git branch -d space D for delete space 14th October. Cool. Now do git branch. So we removed the branch because we created a branch, we made our changes, and we bring in the change to our master branch. Now the branch is no longer needed. We deleted it. So we did a merge. Okay. Your changes, whatever changes you made in 14th October branch, you brought in the changes from 14th October to master branch. Thanks, Abdullah. That's clear.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'll share my screen. Okay. You guys able to see my screen? Okay. So can someone do git log, the final command? I'll do because I have more changes. I can do it. Let me go here. So I'm in this repository. So git status. These are all the things. Let me do a git log. So the git log will give us all the changes. Okay, but ideally, we don't use this command. We generally go to the source control to see what are all the changes that we have made, and we use all the UIs that are available. Okay, so it helps us track all the changes that we make. Okay, git log. I did the first commit. I did the combination code. I did the continuation sample, recursive issue, error fix. All these commits, it tracks who did it, author, when I did it, 1st October, 3rd October, 9th October. Okay, so it helps with tracking all the changes. Git log gives us the information, but ideally we don't use git log and all those git commands. I use the git commands to make you understand the concepts. But we use the tools like there's the branching tool. We use GitHub Desktop or like any other UI tools. Okay, Git Bash, all of those things we'll use. Okay. So having said that, so these are all the basic commands. Okay, I want to talk about source control. Okay, we use GitLab, GitHub like Wilco team uses GitHub. They use the GitHub as a source control management tool, and Ranger we use GitLab source control management tool. What we get in SEM, we get Git repository management, we get issue tracking project management, we do CI/CD. We'll have a separate session for CI/CD. We'll do code review and collaborations. As you guys start working on the projects, you will understand this. We have documentation, wiki. We have security and compliance. So basically, like, like simple checks, like, who is making the change? Are they authenticated to make the change? Is the branch or project visible to them? All of those stuff. AML capability is there. I want to do GitLab hands-on. Okay, I will keep this for another session, maybe 30-minute session. Tomorrow sometime I will set it up. Okay. Okay, I'll stop here. We'll do the terms hands-on on this later. Okay. Maybe tomorrow we'll do it, or Wednesday we'll do it. Any questions on what is Git? Why we use version control? What is source code management? We are overrun by 10 minutes, but I hope this is useful for you guys. And all your projects, every lead we're going to ask, like, did you create a pull request? Did you create a merge request? Is your changes available in the branch? Okay, did you push your changes? Did you fetch my latest code? All of these questions are going to come. So I want you guys to understand and be clear on the basics of Git. We'll do the pull and push on the next session. Basics of Git, clear? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, we'll do
Sir.
it there. Okay, Ruben. Okay, so I will ask, Tamim and Subhashan to create, Git access for all of you guys. Okay, and we will share the Git access, and that would be useful for our next session for related to the version control. Okay, I'll let Subhashan and Tamim lead that, so they will work out the timing and let you know. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Any questions, please ping here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.